聚焦国际焦点，评说东西时事，欢迎锁定聚焦东西，我是天霞。今天是2022年10月13日，今天给您带来的是从内部爆雷的前美国总统候选人图尔西·加巴德高调宣布退出民主党的这个内容。
I can no longer remain in today's Democratic Party that's under the complete control of an elitist cabal of warmongers who are driven by cowardly wokeness, who divide us by racializing every issue and stoking anti-white racism, who actively work to undermine our God-given freedoms that are enshrined in our Constitution, who are hostile to people of faith and spirituality, who demonize the police but protect criminals at the expense of law-abiding Americans, who believe in open borders, who weaponize the national security state to go after their political opponents, and above all, who are dragging us ever closer to nuclear war.
他呢呼吁更多的人一同退党，远离被利己的政治精英把持的美国民主党。
Now, I believe in a government that's of the people, by the people, and for the people. Unfortunately, today's Democratic Party does not. Instead, it stands for a government that is of, by, and for the powerful elite. Now, I'm calling on my fellow common sense, independent-minded Democrats to join me in leaving the Democratic Party. If you can no longer stomach the direction that the so-called woke Democratic Party ideologues are taking our country, then I invite you to join me.
他深刻剖析了现在的民主党的实质。他用例如战争贩子、分裂人群、保护罪犯、限制言论自由、限制宗教自由、抛弃法治等一系列的令人震惊的标签，描述现在的民主党。在美国中期选举来临之际，在民主党陷入通胀困境、战争阴霾和选举危机的时候，他的退党行动就像是从民主党内部爆出的一颗核炸弹。他剖析了民主党的变质，并呼吁更多的民主党人退党，给今年11月的美国中期选举制造了一记响亮的10月惊雷。现在我们来听一听他的精辟讲述。我找来他在不同场合和时间发表的一些看法，希望能够更全面地反映他的诉求。其实这些诉求呢，也是一半的保守派或者中间路线的美国选民的想法。
The Democratic Party of the past, the Democratic Party that I joined, doesn't exist anymore. The party that was, the party of JFK, of Dr. Martin Luther King, the party of inclusivity, the big tent party that welcomed and encouraged this marketplace of ideas and conversations and people who held different views, the party of, that championed women and equality and the rights of people in our society. That party it doesn't exist anymore. And instead we have a party that's being led by people who have gone insane with this ideological fanaticism. And there are a lot of different issues, a lot of different
现在的美国绝对不是世界人民曾经梦想的原来的美國夢的樣子。許多人認為從奧巴馬上台開始，美國就有了從裡到外的一個改變。
I mean, most of our elected officials are Democrats, but they execute the exact same policies as Republicans do. They send cops after people. They continue to criminalize people for doing things that they need to do to survive. I absolutely feel like both Democrats and Republicans have failed to address.
下面是加巴德接受福克斯电视台著名的保守派主持人卡尔森的部分采访内容。
Tulsi Gabbard, thank you so much for coming on. That was quite a statement. I'm listening to this and I'm thinking, we have Republicans on the show from time to time. They don't put it as clearly and bravely as you do. So how do you feel? I mean, you've been in this party a long time. You were its future. You left. I mean, this has got to be kind of a fraught moment for you.
Tucker, as you know, I've always been an independent-minded person, a Democrat, yes, but an independent Democrat. Today's Democratic Party, it's controlled by fanatical ideologues who hate freedom. They despise the Constitution. They actively find ways to undermine our God-given rights enshrined in the Constitution, like freedom of speech. If you say something and I say something that they don't like, instead of saying, you know what, agree to disagree, live and let live in the traditional liberalist kind of way. No, that's not good enough. They will do all that they can to destroy you, silence you, smear you, work with big tech, work with corporate media to actively destroy anyone who dares to even question their agenda. They are against freedom of religion. They are hostile towards people of faith, people who have their own spiritual practice, especially Christians, finding ways to be vindictive, to discriminate, to punish people who happen to exercise that freedom of religion. The list goes on, but the foundation of freedom is really what was at the heart of my making this decision, that I cannot be a member of a party that is against freedom and actively trying to undermine it.
我个人呢很赞赏他的口才，而且他的用词比较精准而且犀利。就像是福克斯电视台主持人卡尔森说的，许多共和党人都不敢这么直接的表述，真的会担心受到人身攻击。爱孩子、爱家庭，需要安全和自由的市场经济以及言论自由的这种亚裔移民，在许多观点上都能够找到与加巴德就是共鸣和合拍的地方。许多选民都是认为不是自己离开了民主党，而是民主党走向了极左，离开了大多数想解决餐桌、工作、孩子教育和生活问题的选民。如果能够避免选举舞弊的话，今年的中期选举的结果应该有不少意料之中的看点。好了，以上就是今天的全部内容。欢迎点赞和订阅美国中文广播电视频道，更多的精彩节目等着您的发现。我们下次节目再见。